What is up? We are back. Hot topic with Cotville and Dominick Izzo. Dominick, it's been a week.
Sure.
How you been?
I've been good, man. How about you?
A lot has happened in a week.
No
lot
way.
has happened. Yes, they're trying to pretend it didn't happen, but a lot has happened. And we disagree on a lot of things, but you have got me down the rabbit hole on the Epstein stuff. You've got me hook, line, and sinker. That Epstein was just a fall guy, and it's still in operation. Everything's going the way it's supposed to be, and we're all just bent up on a couple million emails. Tell it to me again. Give me the theory.
These aren't the droids you're looking for. What's the other one? Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Oh, it's 100%. Crazy, isn't it?
It's insane because we're going back down the QAnon phenomenon. People are posting again. It was Nicki Minaj. They're all doing their satanic thing over at the Grammy Awards or whatever the frick it was, and they're drinking a baby blood. We're doing this. They had me years ago when they wound up doing that with QAnon. No, Epstein isn't the guy in control. No. I'd never heard Epstein even speak before, and I listened to the Steve Bannon. They put it up online. I think it was like 2 hours. I listened to about 40 minutes worth of the Steve Bannon interview of Jeffrey Epstein. And I went, oh, I get it. Epstein is the guy that you got all the jocks and they got access to the party. But all of them are 20. And there's the nerd who's 21. And he's like, guys, I can get you the booze if you can let me to the party. They bring him in for that entire year until they catch up being 21. And then when it's time they no longer need him, they kick him to the curb. So Epstein was the guy that they leveraged. Okay, here's the lightning rod. Listen, this guy's never had pussy before. We're going to throw him everything out there, give him all the women, all the ages he wants, all the perversion shit, make him think that he's part of the cool kid club because we need a lightning rod. When it strikes, somebody has to take the fall. That's him. Epstein is the fall guy for all this.
Not only the fall guy, you've investigated before. I know you have. If you had this much evidence on this guy, all this stuff, every single person that he emailed or contacted should be a suspect and should be investigated equally. And it's just gone. They don't even look into it. I'm looking at it more of a realistic, like almost realistic. You're right. He is a moron. You hear him talk. He is not smart. He's not smart enough to put this together.
No, he is smart. He's
not smart spoken though. He's not he doesn't hide it well.
No, I'm not trying to. He's your trope Jewish nerd.
Yes.
That's what he is.
Okay. He's smart in that aspect. Yes. But when you're in the wrong room with the wrong people, you stand out as not being. He knows how to move the money. He knows how to get the blackmail and all the dirt on everybody. I think that's what his job. His job was to get everybody there. He dangles the dirt. Now, like you said before, these guys are doing perverted things. And
it's like with Diddy. Diddy had all this shit set up in his home.
Yep.
They didn't do that. That's not. They had that done for them. And if we're gonna say, I don't know what people are trying to say, that this is some type of Mossad operation and it goes back to Israel. Awesome. I'm not going down that rabbit hole because I don't know it well enough. But it is. Hey, listen, we're gonna supply you with all this. Just every Monday, do a video dump, put it in the box, lock up the box. That's what Diddy and Epstein did. Diddy and Epstein are on the same level.
It is. It's the same type of operation.
The same damn thing.
There's no difference. But I don't think he's dead. I'm going all the way that way. I don't think he's dead.
Oh no, I saw somebody posted an autopsy picture that it did look exactly like him. And they showed strangulation marks, and it was deep. It was deep, man.
Like I saw a Discord. It was somebody that posted on a corrections guard and this is where it gets so colluded. He posted that he saw a van come in that night, and they did a bait and switch, and that it could be anybody saying anything. I get it. It just. But here's the real thing. What are we missing while this is all going on?
Nothing. Have you seen Kash Patel testifying in front of Congress?
Yeah.
Kash Patel is a Trump sycophant who got his job and is doing exactly what his daddy said. I cannot believe that I was actually watching Eric Swalwell, Democrat from California.
Yeah, I know he is.
Who was a disgusting human being himself. I cannot believe that I'm watching Swalwell and I'm going, oh, I'm on Swalwell's side. Kash Patel dodging questions, getting defensive, manipulating his answers and deflecting. And didn't Kash Patel go from being on podcasts, no, the FBI has a list, FBI has a list, to then saying there is no list. We have nothing. With
these guys all changed their tune. And even Trump's response to this is he was calling for it too at one point. And now he's got the power to do it. And now it's every time somebody asks him about it, he's like, "What? Your guys are focused on the wrong thing. This list is garbage."
He's operating off of the Roy Cohen model. And anybody who's in business, I think that there's two people that if you operate like specifically in sales or politics, two people that you really have to follow are Roger Stone and Roy Cohen. Mm-hmm. And they knew each other. They worked with each other. Roger Stone is, I'm sorry, whether or not what do you think of him? He's a political fucking powerhouse. Cohen was brilliant. There's a documentary on both of them separately. And Cohen's business model was attack, deny everything. And no matter what the outcome, always admit victory, always claim victory. So that's what Trump does on everything. It's the Roy Cohen model. He attacks it. You're a real stupid reporter. He attacks to deflect. He never admits anything. And it doesn't, I think the Epstein files vindicate me. He is and that's his standard. Consider the fact he has never wavered from that, gets all his base going. See, he's never lied to us because he's never changed, never backtracked once.
My tinfoil hat on all this is they held this long enough for AI to be prevalent in society.
Thank you.
They held it long enough. They waited. They said, okay, dump it. Now you got Mamdani supposedly is his son in pictures, and somebody broke that picture down. It's all put together. It's all fake. You've got so much AI ability now that you can literally have the real pictures in front of you and then go, that's AI. That's not.
You are exactly correct. I'm literally taking a piss earlier today going, this was what AI was for. AI was get right to the point where you could put that. It's just like a jury, right? All you need to have is one shred of doubt. He didn't pull the trigger. Oh, you're acquitted. The same damn thing right there. Well, yeah. AI. You're 100% correct.
Yeah, it's. I think it's the Terminator movies were bots, like physical bots. I don't think it's even have to get to that point. AI is going to take things down. You're not going to be able to have security. They're going to crack passwords. Now they can create images. You can literally make AI. I mean, I know you get it sent to you as well. I get like the TikTok stuff. I get these pages sent to me of female cops now.
Oh God,
it's blatantly AI, and these morons can't even. You got a girl with a big ass and her tits are out in a patrol car driving down the road. And I get it from a guy. Can you believe this? I'm like, bro, it's fucking AI.
I tell people, congratulations, you're a fucking moron. You got
like it's AI, but they're tricking people. Now AI's got, I believe probably 20% of OnlyFans might be AI. They're just dudes programming stuff away.
This is so much worse than people think it is with this need to whatever Trump did. He went from normalcy to completely vilifying whoever, and the left has racist as their thing. The right has pedophile, pedos. That's their thing, right? Now, everyone is a pedo. Everyone. I'm watching these clips of Epstein, and oh my God, Epstein is in the kitchen with two young girls, and it hits me going, okay, this guy may have been vile and just a complete piece of shit. How do we know those aren't his nieces? And I start to think this is beyond dangerous. I have a 6-year-old niece, and I told my sister 6 years ago when I babysit, I will not ever change this kid's diapers. I changed my sister's diapers when she was a baby and I was 8. It's like I can't afford to, when this kid starts talking, going to kindergarten, Uncle Dominick touched my coolie. And all of a sudden, next thing you know, I'm now being investigated by the police. Yeah. All of you parents are fucked. If any man has a daughter, has nieces, I would be like, I am not hugging you until you are old enough to consent for yourself. And you could say that it was a completely act of love between family. But this is how conservatives are right now. It's everybody's a fucking pedophile. And Trump did this. He's destroying more shit than he thinks he knows he is.
I've got that video. We'll talk about that. The mayor talking about the shooting or the knife. I got that. Yeah, because you can AI a conversation now. I could AI, doctor an AI conversation between you and I in a iPhone conversation. You can't tell if it's real or not. You're going to get to the point now where you are going to be a citizen that has to prove your innocence with AI. And AI is going to make you prove your innocence, prove you weren't there. I got a receipt that says you were there. I got a picture that says you were there. I got a video that shows you're there. I got text messages telling you you're going to meet me there. You're going to have to go, no, look, my car is in the driveway. Like, it is that bad. And now,
it's great if you know how to play it. It's great if you
yes,
like,
yeah.
I had a woman send me some, I don't know, some media company on Facebook that they posted text messages from allegedly an officer to an SRO to a juvenile, and it were inappropriate. And I said, I'm not reposting this. Can you verify that this is them? Versus you text me and I could change your name to Officer Smith. Well, I'm not fucking doing that.
I can do it myself. I make my own memes sometimes with a text conversation where I can text my own number and then just go back and forth with myself, delete the double message, and then make it look like a text thread. That's amateur. AI allows you to do whatever you want. And you're right. That's
I got one for you. You'll love this. Take a picture of your dog and go to AI and say, fix his teeth.
Oh, I'm sure it'll be great.
My sister was doing it last night, sent me fucking photos of our dogs, and I was shitting my pants laughing.
Well, now the character, what is it called? The painting things are going around. Everybody's doing the character thing. Like AI turned me into this, turned me into that. And that's funny, but we don't know what is real anymore. All the Epstein stuff could be doctored. They got emailed. But my point being is, if you knew that far back and you have stuff from 16, 15, whatever it was, everybody involved in what you think is the largest juvenile human trafficking organization in the history of man, every single person connected should have been if that was general citizens, the government would have tapped all their phones, they would have looked in all of that, they would have seized all their information. But because it's celebrities and powerful people, look how it went. Look how
amazing is it that we have a president who's going, it's time to move on past this, and his supporters. You look at people in the comment section who say Trump. If your name is mentioned 5,000 times in a document, I will have a press conference to say, we are going to get down to the absolute bottom of this, because you need to know whether or not I am this monster that's being accused of this. Yeah, I mean, that's his legacy and his supporters in the comment section. No, it's AI, it's this and that. I understand it's, what's the saying? You can't disprove a negative or something. I understand that it's going to be like you're putting out every fucking fire there is, but at the same time, you get people who are like, we're over this. Well, it proves it. 9/11. Well, your government was involved in it. We don't care. Hey, we just found out that the CIA was responsible for assassinating President Kennedy. We don't care. Trump was fucking kids. We don't care. No one cares.
Prove it. Yeah, they want to prove it, and it's bad. Like it's any other case, any other investigation, any other type of event. If it's not powerful people, it's going to be investigated so much. I mean, they can do whatever they want. They're doing it. I told you, they're doing it to the illegals. They're tracking their phones. They're doing it to us. They can get in our phone. They can use Patriot Act still to do all those things they want to do. You're telling me in the tech era, 2016, 15, all this stuff is going on. They didn't bother investigating it all the way. All these and I like the celebrities that are saying, you got them quoted from 5 or 6 years ago saying, I don't even know who Jeffrey Epstein is. And now they got pictures of them together. And they're like, what about this? And they're like,
this is why I have been public about every aspect of my life, private and personal, for the last 15 years. There's a guy that both of us mutually know that I won't endorse, but his YouTube channel is on exposing people, right? And it's like, this is real. And I'm like, I'm waiting for the day somebody to expose me on shit, because it'll be, already talked about that. Like I have let all of my dirty laundry out, everything, so that the day somebody says, oh, he's a kid toucher, he does this and that, it's like, nope, because I've already.
Great transition. Have you follow Goob?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you seen this story? He's going in on this guy.
Yeah, it's him and another guy. I wasn't talking about Goob, but Goob is one. It's like, is Goob that squeaky clean? I would be terrified if my whole platform is exposing people and you don't have any of your, like, what's his police law news?
Yeah, I got a video of his. Yeah,
bags out there who doesn't expose his own shit. So I hate men like that. But I guess my point.
This guy. So the story behind this, I don't know if you guys have been following this. If you follow Goob, this guy Scotty K Fitness, he harassed, doxed somebody, and then he went after another company. Well, they ended up finding out that he was a cop and was allegedly drugged and raped a coworker. Changed his.
I didn't hear that.
Yes. No, I got a DM. You got the other stuff where he did some inappropriate text messaging, I think is what first came out. Well, I got a DM, and I'm not going to say it. It's complete speculation. I have no concrete evidence, but I got notice. I know Goob got it because I talked to him, that this guy has been in some trouble where a married coworker's wife was drugged, and there were some things that happened, and this is why he changed his fucking name. He went through the whole
come forward with that and say, I got 1 million followers. I want to tell you about my background and give you an opportunity.
1.9 million.
Oh my God.
And not only did I change my name, but I was let go for some other stuff. And then it goes deeper and deeper. And you're right. Like I was, when I was talking today on my episode today, I'm like,
it kills me. I changed my name 20 years ago. I took my mother's last name because at the time my father was not my favorite person on the planet. I was let go from my police department. I talked about all this shit. So anytime somebody goes, Izzo, he was yeah, he talked about that. Izzo, it wasn't his birthday. He talked about that.
And then when you go down the line and you really look at it, what they get, the stuff they try to throw, like whenever somebody comes and says something about you, I laugh because I'm like, bro, that's what I know all you motherfuckers have done some shit. And that's what you're going after the guy for, some text messages or sexual deviance. Most people are severely deviant and they just won't ever say it out loud because somebody says it out loud. It's like a weird thing, but it's
remember
this guy
first the thing, and we used to send it, we didn't know each other back then, but cops used to send each other pictures of some shit and this and that and blah, blah.
Yeah.
That's when that guy said, when he shared my sex messages, I'm like, if you think that's the worst I've ever fucking sent you out of your mind.
We're maniacs. We send all kinds of shit. And like you what everybody said, oh, you got in trouble for. You send your buddy a picture of a deceased body.
Yeah.
If a cop tells you they haven't done that, they're a fucking liar.
Many times.
They're a liar. They're a liar. So, all right, I got a couple videos. I got some stuff. Let's see. The one that somebody brought up immediately was the shooting in New York.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, Mandami. This is I'll set the stage. This is some type of mental health call. Now, we're probably going to disagree on this, maybe. I get it. Whenever somebody dies, it's tragic. We all agree. This is a mentally ill person. This shooting looks very justified, but I think the message that people are upset about is the mayor being overly sensitive to the family and underly sensitive to the cops. We'll watch the video. We'll see what he says, and plays a video.
That I spoke with the Chakraborty family, and I visited Chavez in the hospital. And there is no family should have to endure this kind of pain.
Baba, no! Hey, put the knife down! Put the knife down! Put the knife down! Put the knife down! Move! Put the knife down! Put the knife down! Put the knife down!
So,
the fuck is he talking about? That cop should have shot him before he went in the other room and closed the door.
I'm glad. Hold on. Let me get your face up there so everybody can see it, because they're never going to think you're going to say that. Say it again.
Fucking mind.
Exactly.
Armed subject stuck a knife in my face. I have been in this situation. You're going to tell that was bad policing. He actually shut the door and locked the woman in there with an armed person. He should have been backing up and emptying rounds as he retreated into the other room for more distance.
Yeah, and that's where people will think you're always against the cops. And
no.
Yeah, and that's it. You know, obviously, be careful of the mother, but you got to do with a 12-inch knife coming after you. At that point, it doesn't matter what kind of call it is. I think you're right. He used even more reserve. He goes and shuts the door, but then, he leaves the mother. I'm assuming the mother in with the bad guy, but he didn't look like he's presenting any issue to the mother. But then he opens the door and the guy shoots him. But I think the issue is like the mayor being overly sensitive to somebody that came after a cop with a knife, and that is a bad. When we're hard on cops when they do something wrong, and we got to be just as supportive when they do something right.
You can't have faith in the mayor like that. You can't. And the mayor just opened the city up for a massive lawsuit. He admitted wrong. He admitted fault. So now that department's going to get sued. I'm sure that officer they're not getting sued individually, but that officer's he's going to be second guessed now. And to be honest, there needs to be kind of a blue flu. There really needs to be to get some mayors going, oh shit, yeah, we should be doing our job the right way. That was a rookie mayor mistake. Very stupid, very political, and it should it should absolutely have every cop out there turn their back on him. He does not deserve your trust.
And where does he stand? Like, he's against everything. Then he's in with Trump. I mean, they're all crooks at this point. He's against everything. Then he's in the White House with Trump. They're friends. Here's what I can tell you about him right out of the rip. He ran his entire platform on free transportation, free buses, which was a fucking disaster to even say. Since he took over, the bus fares went up, and they're still in place. So here's this guy that runs on all these platforms, all these promises, like all politicians do, and they increase the price of the bus fare, which he was going to make free. Then he's over here not supporting the cops. He doesn't like Trump. He's in the. I don't know what to fucking believe anymore, man. I don't know what.
I'm not voting.
You're done.
And it sucks because I do it specifically the last couple elections for my father, because they have discussions with him, because my dad is very much like, if you don't vote, you don't get an opinion. So I'm like, all right, I'll vote. But it's like, why? They're all fucking liars. They're all fucking liars.
It's bad.
What's the point?
Do you remember? Let me see if you remember this. Do you remember the 1984 subway shooting in New York?
No.
We have to dive into that. I'm not going to do it now. We're going to do it on another day. I just popped up. I had no idea somebody sent it to me, but there is a shooting from 1984 in the subway in New York. And you know what? Let me see if I can find it. We'll break it right here.
Oh, Bernie Getz?
Yes. Did you see that?
Only in a Billy Joel song I've heard about it.
So this guy, Bernie Getz, shoots
four black
kids on a fucking subway in New York City, and the only charge he got was possession of a firearm by a felon, and he was not guilty on all the other charges. And I watched this video, and I looked at this, and I was like, if this happened today, New York City would be gone. It'd be gone.
Is there a video of the shooting?
I believe. Yeah, let me get it. Boom. I remember somebody shooting New York. I thought there was.
Oh, they didn't have. They have subway cameras.
I think there was cameras in the. Yeah, hold on. Entertain everybody.
Well, kids, don't forget to watch Copville OG when it's on Wednesday nights. We're live. If you haven't subscribed to Copville OG yet here on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, then you're a dog-hating communist, and you should go fuck your sister. It is what it is.
Perfect.
Also, don't forget to watch the Anti-Hero broadcast. They're on live Monday through Friday. What, your noon?
11 to 1.
11 to 1 Eastern. It is probably your daily dose of saneness during the afternoons, where if you've got a little bit of a political penchant for supporting one side or the other, you can have the opinions from three guys who actually know what they're talking about. You got Tyler, you got Mike, you got Lil Jimmy all over the place. These guys are the people you need your afternoon cranked up for when that morning coffee starts to fucking just dwindle down.
Beautiful. I don't have a video, but there is if you look at that case, look into that. A 1984 shooting, a white dude shoots 4 black kids. I don't know if he killed. I guess he kills a couple of them, and nothing happened. He got let go with just a weapons charge. So I just thought that was, you got the guy that choked out the dude on the subway trying to save everybody. He gets, put in prison, and all the other, Eric Garner and our George Floyd and everything else that's happened. That Trayvon Martin, we were talking today, kind of kicked it off. Could have been Obama's son. And that kind of started.
Obama started everything. He opened the war on police. The Cambridge police acted stupidly. I had never heard in all my life a sitting president not have the facts and criticize law enforcement that cavalierly. And it opened the door for more black people to go, that's right, man. He just said that about our police. Fuck the police. And that was it.
They canceled Paw Patrol, man. They canceled a fucking cartoon that had cops in it.
My niece loves Paw Patrol.
They canceled it then back then. I remember when that all went down. A lot of people don't know this. In 2018, I was flown at the request of A&E, who owned what's that show that Styx is on, the cop show.
I have no idea.
The fucking one everybody watches. On Patrol, Live PD. I got flown to New York, paid to go audition for Live PD. They were starting a new show called Live PD Wanted. And it was with your buddy Mark Lamb and the black dude that used to host America's Most Wanted with John Walsh. I forget his name. So I got flown up for the weekend, did the whole makeup deal, got on, did the show, did the 3 or 4 episodes live, and then they end up going with a DEI female that had never been a cop.
You,
I guess their mindset was they didn't need another. They had regular live PD, which had the 3 dudes, tattoos, and they were like, oh, we got to mix it up. So they're going to go away from that. Anyway, so when that happened, I came back and they came and rode with us. And we filmed a bunch of SWAT hits and all that. And when that happened, they canceled all that. All that got canceled. All that footage never got aired. They never rolled it again. And then obviously ran into On Patrol Live, which
you want to know
now,
something cool? When did live PD start? What year?
I don't remember. I don't watch anything cop related. I never have. I'm not into it.
There was before live PD was live PD. It was actually being pitched to my department with me.
Oh, there you go. So we have something in common.
It wasn't the same guys. It was a different guy from out here in Chicago. I still have the receipts, but he was in talks with my chief about starting live. It wasn't called live PD, but they paralleled at the same time. But if my chief didn't hate me, I would have been pioneering that way before.
Well, I did the interview for the ride along, and they were going to ride with 4 people when they came. And then when I interviewed, they asked if they would let me fly up, and the agency paid, A&E paid for it all. It was cool. I got a free trip to New York for the weekend, stayed in a nice hotel, did all the I met the guy from A&E who actually produced like a couple Super Bowls and all that stuff. And the way I was presented, I thought I had the job immediately. Mark Lamb, like I said, he was like in on it. Hey man, you're good. And then all of a sudden I didn't hear anything. And I'm like, what happened? And then some non-cop female ended up being the 3rd host. And I don't know what the mindset was. And then it got canceled anyway. So it's gone. But then they did On Patrol. Live PD's back, regular Live PD. The Wanted show never came back. They were doing like guys with warrants and search warrant hits. And they were kind of going with SWAT teams instead of just regular patrol. And then On Patrol came along. And my wife ended up on that a couple times. Because our agency, for a political stunt, the sheriff didn't think he was going to win the election. So he brought them in hot and heavy. As soon as he won the election, he kicked them out. They've never been back. But to me, I kind of agree with you on this. I know how you didn't like Keith Pearson. You don't like the sheriff's kind of flashing. You don't not like him. You don't like what he does. I would say
I like the Constitution, and what I don't like about what Pearson did, or what a Grady Judd does, is simply assign guilt before court.
I get it.
Because it's simply for one reason. If you have 100 cases and you got Grady puts up, like Grady Judd put a Chicago cop's mugshot up that was in his town and doing whatever. And I actually spoke to the cop, and the stories do not match. And I'm listening to this guy going, listen.
No body cams.
Yeah, 100%.
They're never going to match.
And it's like the problem I have is what happens on that 99th time where these cops have the greatest fucking, like, this is a serious person who needs to go to prison for the rest of their life. And because that Grady Judd or Keith Pearson went up online and paraded them around for a fucking TikTok video and said, hey, we did X, Y, and Z and blah, blah, blah. Well, no, you didn't. Your deputies did. You're just taking credit for it for your political gains. And some lawyers smart enough to go, no, this actually violated my client's constitutional right, and it tainted the jury process, that it gets this guy off.
Yeah, and I think I noticed a lot of procedural issues on Patrol. And to me, if you don't put them with the right people and you just start tossing them with anybody, it actually highlights the failures of law enforcement. I saw, even in my own agency, I saw bad searches. I saw shady probable cause. I saw guys, when I got my IA, and, one of the things they tried to throw at me was I acted different because my wife was on the scene, which is, I've broken it down a million times. People didn't even know we were married because we're professional. But you see guys acting out for the camera. You and I both admitted, I've been on TikTok. You would have been a disaster on TikTok. You got a camera in front of you, and millions of people are watching. You're going to act different. It takes a very unique human to not act differently in that situation. So are you going a little further to get that stop? Are you going a little further to get that search? Are you going a little further to stretch that Constitution to the very brink of, illegality? And that's one of the things I noticed. And then it started to highlight, just like everything else, they started throwing it with the chicks, and the chicks are getting popular and they're doing dumb things. And then, I don't know. To me, those things our profession is kind of, you and I agree that we're not really going down the right hole with recruiting and all those things. So, matter of fact, I'll transition into this is a recruiting video that I posted first about a month and a half ago from Philadelphia. If you listen to the Philadelphia Sheriff's Office, or Sheriff's Department, now it's going all over again. This is an actual recruiting video.
I'm in the building.
I'm gonna mute it so I don't get my channel knocked. But this is a real.
Oh,
Look at the token white guys. It's the opposite. You got all blacks and you got the token white guys on bikes coming through.
yeah.
This is a real recruiting video for the Philadelphia Sheriff's Office. This is the lady who threatened to arrest ICE, who actually has no arrest powers because sheriffs in the state of Pennsylvania can't arrest anybody. This is a jail-only agency. But that is
it really? They're corrections only?
They're corrections only. She has no right to arrest anybody, but this is the look at this. Look at this. Look at this. There's a training unit. Even the thing is black.
Oh yeah, the thing.
Look at this, man. The fans, the Carnival Cruise Line banned those. You can't have those on Carnival anymore.
Black History Month, where you're only important if your melanin levels a certain.
So look at that. Apply to be a deputy sheriff, PhiladelphiaSheriff.com.
19 years age older. Yep.
So that is the actual recruiting video from the Philadelphia Sheriff's Office.
Black people are crazy. You guys are crazy.
I look at that and I'm like, what? In my episode today, I kind of broke it down. Like, that's what we're attracting. Is that video is going to attract exactly who they wanted to see? More incompetent people.
You have a Florida congressional candidate. I just posted her stuff today. Her name is Valentina for Congress.
Okay.
She's Texas candidate. I'm sorry. And she posts. She's in a police station, and she says, if you're a cop or if you're ICE, I want you to shoot first and ask questions later.
Oh God.
Do you realize what you're asking these people who you just put, because your life is important and you put your life on the line every day? It's like, wow, I see these memes going around from these police pages on Facebook that have cops in their uniform and says, we are not your enemy. And I'm like, why are you treating the people like they are, man?
Yeah.
I'm
in a war with some guys, and we're battling over the job is dead and the job is not dead. And that was my episode today. I covered that. And my version of when I say the job is dead is what we just saw. And the fact that you and I agree, we get sent 1,000 videos a day of people going, you need to call these people out. The job is dead because you're not willing to call them out within your own four walls of your agency. So how do I get the guys and the argument is there's those guys, and we've talked about it, the goons with the black eyes and the blocked out faces. We need them. We need those guys. I was one of them. We need those guys to go out and take bad people to jail. I support them 1,000%. But while doing that, you cannot turn a blind eye to the complete failure that is the wave of failure that is taking over law enforcement with 30 by 30, DEI, bad leadership, bad constitutional officers not doing their job. You can't do both. So when I say the job is dead, I mean, we're not policing ourselves within those walls. We're letting it die.
How much more difficult is the goon's job when you have shitty street cops?
Fucking men.
That's why I love it.
Amen.
We did. The goon shit just wasn't my stuff, right? It was
you took your calls and you did your job.
Right. It's on Friday nights and Saturday nights. We'd hang over if I was on day shift, and then you wind up, changing your clothes, getting in your tech gear, and you're knocking down every car with 4 or 5 Hispanics in it with the colors. Mm-hmm. We did all that shit. It was great. I loved the uniform, the prestige, and then keeping the other shits. Hey, we got to do this job because we're just as important for that other stuff. And that's why every fucking time somebody shits on, well, you were just a small town cop. Every cop I worked with in my area could have run circles around me. They were 100 fucking times better than I am because they did everything from start to finish, including the goon shit. So when it comes down to it, they were professionals first.
Yes.
On patrol.
And
better than everybody.
Listen, and you, this is where we would have worked good together, because when I'm doing the dumb shit, I need you to jump that report call. Hey man, can you grab that? I got a dope house. I'm sitting on this car. I'm going to grab this dude. Hey Dom, can you grab that fucking civil call real quick? And we work together. We work together because, hey, you don't want to go pull over 70 cars and look for dope. You just want to do your traffic, do your job. You want to be seen in the community. That's fine. And we had the old days of copping, and where I was at, we had 3 or 4 of us were psychopaths. Every white dude that came through the hood was getting pulled over. I don't care what it was for. Then there was a couple guys that didn't do that, but what they did was, I'll take my call. If I'm 10-8 and I'm ready to work, I'll go take the report. But when I say to him, hey, bro, I got a real good one sitting at this house, I can't leave right now, he goes and handles it, man. There's no beef. There's no argument. We just worked together. That's
It's-
gone, man.
It
That's
was the
gone.
exact formula that we did, because the role that I get, you want me to go take a fucking noise complaint? Sure, all that. Because while you're knocking down your home, I get to show up as backup. I get to fucking help put the cuffs on. I get to control the scene, and then I don't do any fucking paperwork.
Correct. Yes.
You want to go spend 10 hours doing your shit, cataloging evidence, going to court, you go right ahead. I never understood.
But we need cops. And that's where I said it today. Cops come into this job, and it's this generation. Unfortunately, it's this generation of humans. What do I get? What do I get? I've been here 10 minutes. Am I not a canine? Am I not like a sergeant? I'm not in the detective division yet. I was not spoken to for 6 months by the guys I worked with. I came from another agency. They were like, here's a new guy. Fuck this guy. Like, I had to earn my way into that circle. When I did it, even in the 2012, 13, 14, I did the same thing to new guys. They pull up next to me, drive away. Like, you got about 2 drive-aways from me until I finally said, okay, tell me your fucking story. Like, what do you want to do? I want to help people. Get the fuck away. But then I found the guys and I said, okay, let me work with this guy. It's gone. These people show up. They cut corners. They don't want to take reports. They overlook the little details. And what you know as well as I do, if you're cutting corners on a traffic stop or a little civil call, or what happens when you walk up on that real domestic or that real sexual battery?
What happens when
and you have
to testify and you can't put the steps together about how you got to the scene in the first place? Oh, wait, you can say I'm 6 months on. I should be a detective at this point. What?
5 years. In my opinion, it's 5 years. 5 years, and that's a good 5 years. That's good. That's doing good cop work. 5 years is when you start really got the job figured out. And it based on size, some places can't do that. I get it, but we can't just. That's what's wrong. And the administration plays into it because everybody's got a voice now, and everybody can complain. They listen to this bullshit. You can't tell, like we talk about. You can't tell somebody, hey, you're a fat piece of shit. We're not taking it, or you're fucking useless. Like you don't show up on time. You look like shit. You can't even say that to people anymore. And that's a huge issue. And when I say the job is dead, I couldn't do that. If I was 1 second late, I didn't have to worry about the sergeant getting to me. There was going to be 3 senior dudes on the shift pull me aside that day and go, you motherfucker, what is wrong with you? You look like shit. You're late. You're not handing your calls. A 10-year guy would yell at you and you'd be like, yes, sir. Sorry. Like, you didn't have to be a sergeant. It had to be a rank. When a senior guy spoke to you, you were like, yep, I fucked up.
There's a time where you felt like you let people down.
Yes.
It's like, I don't want to, and it was amazing. We were all roughly the same age when my departments we worked with. And I was 26 when I got hired. My first job at Round Lake Beach. And I walk in and I see these guys they're all in their mid to late 20s. And they're like, I'd never experienced guys who were 28, but they had the professionalism of like somebody much wiser. And I'm like, I don't want to let these fuckers down.
Yes.
Like you have that feeling of pride. That's gone. It's all, I got to go do merengue dances and cha-cha for my fucking Casper. No, is it Casper? Whatever it is. Colorado twirly, frilly fucking YouTube, TikTok channel shit.
Hold on.
You got it?
I got it, dude. Where is it?
I
know I fucking
officer spaz shit. I hate
I got it.
Literally, can you imagine?
Here he is. Here he is. Right on cue. Here's your boy, Officer Reynolds.
Literally in his garage with the blue line. Now, granted,
look at it.
When I owned my gym, I had that.
Look at it. This is a cop.
Wow.
This is a police officer.
Wow. Is he going to transition into uniform?
No, I thought he was. I can't watch it long enough. I don't know. Let me speed it up. I didn't watch it. Maybe. Or he's just jances. Look at him. Look at him. Police officer.
Now listen to me very carefully. His skill set for dancing, that's athleticism. And I fucking think it's great. Gay. But at the same time, I would not be lying. If I, like John Burke does salsa and shit with his wife. And I'm like, damn, I'm not going to lie, man. That's fucking awesome. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, don't do it in your police department on duty when the calls are dead. And you should be having.
And he does it all the time. And then I did, he does work for a little 8-man department.
And he's the only one on patrol on midnight shift who's in the squad room, and it's Colorado.
He thinks he's hot shit. He's got 800,000 followers on TikTok. So he thinks
excuse me, he's got what?
He's got like 700,000.
No, try like 2 million.
2 million?
Yeah, yes.
Oh my God. I thought it was less than that. I
No,
never look at it.
Yeah, I think he's in the
Well,
millions.
he's bent that he obviously monetizes it. He makes money off of it. They do their gangbang meetups that
Yes. So
anything
it's
but
like, how does the department let that slide?
well, yeah, he's like, "Oh, call my chief." They love it. And most of those small places,
You're right. He's got 768,000. He's got 6.9 million likes.
okay, like I told you, he fucking bragged about it so much in our DM where he was sending me his steak on the grill and everything. I was cussing him out in his DMs. But yeah, I mean, they let it happen. They allow it. Like Hulkrilla, the black dude up in South Carolina, they show him at the academy. Like they say that's a good thing. He's a realtor, and he blocked me on everything. But I saw him on Facebook.
Is he a cop still or no?
Yeah, he's still a cop, but I'm not realtor. He's doing taxes. So I messaged him like, "Hey man, will you do my taxes, or will you block me like you did on Instagram?" He responded on Facebook, but
That other very large cop from Texas,
Texas cop.
guy, he texted me. I got to respond back. He DM'd me. I sent him my cell. I said I would do a podcast with him, give him a chance to explain himself. I'm like,
I'd love to pop in on that. He has me blocked on everything too.
Yeah, it's like, how do you not realize you're embarrassing the shit out of yourself?
Because what he does some stupid videos like of an influencer where he watches like a police shooting, then he just goes and he like shows him his face just like sitting there looking at it, like no input, no real tactics. He's completely out of shape, but he just stands there. All right. I think Jimmy's going to come in at some point, but I got a little, he's not here yet. Let me hit your hometown real quick. Here's a little hometown cooking.
Oh, I saw this.
Just another day in Chicago.
Yeah. Damn white people.
Can you imagine just be like, you're delivering, look, ladies out here getting in a car. This dude's trying to deliver something.
They don't care. Thank God.
Look, little extra here. Chirac, man. Chirac.
I never understood why my parents never let me go to the city when I was in my teens. And my sister moved to Washington and Francisco when she was like in her early 20s. And then I started going down there because they own this gorgeous brownstone on the shitty, it's fucking horrible. And I'm like, oh, I get it now. But my uncle, like, this is nothing new. My uncle was a lieutenant for the Cabrini Green Firehouse from the 70s to early 90s. And he used to come over, like whenever we'd get Thanksgiving off, and he would have a cassette tape and he would just press play and you just hear gunshots. Just gunshots.
You think it's gotten better, right?
Oh, no.
It's worse? It's worse?
Same shit. Yeah. 100%.
But see, the OG, I look at it like the OGs, I think, even back then, though, there was a lot more fist fighting, and I think they handle a little bit more business like this, right?
Everybody focuses on the shooting. You really want to hear some stuff. You have to talk to the CPD officers who work down there, where they talk about the fucking babies they found, that some guy just had a drug overdose, shit fit, and he punched a baby in the face so hard it died. The decapitated and dismembered female, like elderly female, they find in the fucking dumpsters outside. The dead bodies that have just this person. Day. Oh yeah, all this. They always focus on the shootings. They don't talk about all the other crap that happens down there. And
let's get the stats. I have an app on my phone. Let's see where we're at.
You want to know the best website in the planet?
What is
it? HeyJackass.com. Yeah.
Right there.
Yes. Yep.
So as we sit today, for January, let's see, for January of this year, 28 people were shot and killed in Chicago. 103 were shot and wounded. And there were a total of 31 homicides. So 28 were shot to death, and there were 3 regular homicides, just regular. And those numbers, folks, are down. They are down 26% of since last January.
Well, not even that. Look at this. We are in the first 4 days of February. First 4 days of February. Already, 13 people have been shot. 4 people have been killed. Over the weekend numbers always kill me. You go to them.
Yeah, I love the weekends.
And this is why, like, I shit on CPD. I do. I have people, dude, I'm a CPD cop. You're a glorified fucking doorman. You show up on scene after 50 shots got fired and you drink coffee for 3 hours. Shut the fuck up. You look at their closure rate. What are they at? I don't even think they have it up here. You can go to heyjackass.com and you'll see that the homicide solve closure rate is somewhere around sub 15 fucking %. So it's like, okay. And it's a nonstop triage. Chicago police show up, they triage the scene, move on to the next one. They got calls holding for fucking hours.
What I was trying to figure is, how do they, like, the crime scene? How many crime scene people must they have?
Like, you ever seen a shooting for Chicago? You get like 50 cops just standing around.
But there's like 8 scenes a night, like all over the city, right? I mean, they're all over the place.
Yep.
I'm trying to pull up. I got one more thing to show you before Jimmy comes in.
We don't have that. The weekend numbers are always great. Where you see like 30.
I love when then a holiday weekend they get the extra day.
Oh yeah, 70 shot.
Yeah,
Black lives clearly matter.
Yeah, that's where it's tough for me when I see that. Like,
it's fucking Happy Black History Month. Try not to get shot this month.
4 people dead already.
Yeah. Hey, there you go.
Yeah. All right, here we go. This is I fell into this, and this is Pennsylvania State Police. This is how they wear their fucking hats.
Yeah, a lot of them do that. I don't know why.
But look at the word. Look, one's around the chin.
Mm-hmm.
One's in the mouth, almost. Yeah,
that thing under the chin band. I don't know why they do that. I've seen that.
So this is winter. So here's the deal. No badge. You notice that? They don't wear a badge.
Yes.
No badge.
Yeah.
And then here, I got more. And then in the summer, they wear it behind their head. And in the winter, because I guess it's windy, they wear it in front. So this guy's giving like a live news conference for a shooting back there. You can see it. And look at the thing like around his chin. His eyes are covered. I don't know. They call it, so it's tradition. They call them gray gods. So I posted this, and I had a bunch of Pennsylvania guys come in that work for some of them were like, yeah, our place is all fucked up. Then I had the guys that were loyalists, like, you're a piece of shit. You don't know tradition. We don't wear raggedy uniforms. I know you're a big uniform guy, so I get looking nice. I get it, but I don't look at, can you really think about getting an officer involved shooting with that hat flapping around your head and the strap and like trying to see under it and over it and around it? I don't know. I just don't think there's a place for that stupid thing.
No. And to be honest, if I was back today, I would start the trend again with the cap. I would.
The regular hat?
The cap.
That's fine. I don't care. I hate it, but it's better than having a fucking.
Oh God. On. It's like how the troopers have to wear theirs on calls. That's kind of cool. I hate it. I was terrified when I was a cop that we were going to have to do that because there was a sergeant that was on. He retired like 5 years before I started, and he would make all of his guys, you get out of the car, you put the cap on. I'm like, that's fucking gay. Now I'm like, man, I don't know, man. That's a class.
You're a uniform guy. I get it. I would quit, but that's fine. Here's the last one from Pennsylvania.
You can't. That's not real.
That is real.
That's not real.
That's real.
According to AI Overview, police and military personnel wear the hat chin straps over their lower lip instead of under the chin, primarily for tradition, to prevent choking if the helmet or hat is pulled from behind them in a fight, and to protect against cavalry saber cuts to the face. This style is often seen in ceremonial uniforms to ensure the hat falls off easy if grabbed, preventing neck injury. But
look how far back goes. So here's where I go with this. They say tradition. I hear, well, we always done it that way, so we're not going to do anything new, right? We always did it that way. Like we always yelled, get back, and we hit somebody with a fucking stick. Like it doesn't work. The goal of law enforcement is custody. You hit me with something, the last thing I'm going to do is give up. The last thing. That's last on my list. My brain won't even allow me to give up unless you incapacitate me or knock me unconscious, because my body is going to go, no, I'm not going to let you put me in handcuffs while you're hitting me with a fucking stick. So we always done it that way is not a good answer for me. So I'm getting a lot of hell from the guys at the police that are saying, yeah, blah, blah. I was told, I'm like, everybody from the local agencies loves it because I guess they're very strict up there. They control everything. The state police in Pennsylvania, they don't allow city municipalities to run radar. They've taken it in the statute like away. Yeah. Look into it. I'm told that local municipalities can't run radar. Only the highway meter maid guys can. These guys can only write the speeding tickets.
And that's proof it's revenue generation.
They can come in and take over any investigation. They can take and our highway patrol runs just a highway. We don't have a state police in Florida. We have highway patrol, which just is traffic. We have FDLE, which that's where fucking Wayne Ivey came from. That tells you anything. They're like supposed to do investigations, but I don't know what they do. And then we have our sheriff's office, which is kind of, our sheriff's departments are more like a New Jersey State Police we're the ones that control the whole county and have full jurisdiction, arrest powers, courthouse, civil processes, and then you have your municipalities. But up there, those state police are like, they run everything. All those shooting investigations, everything is run by these guys, and they just won't come off the big hat and the silly uniforms.
You know, what are you gonna do? I hope
I don't mean I'm not mad about it, but it's going to make good content. I'm not going to stop. I felt bad for a couple of guys like, oh, I worked there, and I'm like, I get it, man. Like, I'm a dickhead. Like, it's funny. Like, I knocked it a little bit. I made a joke about it, but you got to do it. You got to do it. And you know, anybody who complains about it, you took the job there. You knew they wore the fucking hat when you signed up. Like Georgia State Patrol is more lax about it. FHP, I see guys not wearing it. But we kind of agree about the state police having more of a standard training academy, right? Like all of them are on the same.
Police is militaristic, like
yes, they do boot camp.
I'm not gonna lie. I wish I had gone and tested for state police. I would have liked, because my only regret in life was never joining the Marines. It's like I was too much of a pussy. And literally, there was 2 reasons I never joined the Marines. It was because I had contacts at the time, and I was worried about wearing those giant fucking Coke bottle glasses.
Oh yeah,
and I was paranoid about having to shit in a stall with no doors on it.
That was bad. I tried to join the Marines, and if you can believe this, Marines wouldn't take me because at the time the GED was very frowned upon, 1996. So they only did waivers, and each state had like 2 waivers a month, and I was dumb as a shoe. So they're like, yeah, you're not a pilot or anything, so we're not going to give you a waiver. Yeah. And I joined the Army instead. And Army was like, hey, buddy, we'll fucking take everybody.
I wish I'd done fucking military. And then looking back, I wish I'd gone for the state police.
Yeah. I mean, I like the military. The police thing, I look back now and it's like, man.
Well, you had one already. You had the regimented, you had the structure, the snats, and you could transition that over in the.
But it hurt though. It hurt because it wasn't. You see, it's not the same. It's not even close. Like people knock the military, but I look at it like. You can't talk back. You can't for the most part, it's very structured. And even with the stress cards and all the softening of the military that I know has happened, there's still, you look at the calendar for June 13th of this year, they know what they're doing that day. It's scheduled. It's going to happen. Everything is run right. We can't get cops to figure out what the First Amendment is and all that stuff. They can't figure the Constitution out.
I would have liked to gone through the hazing and the fucking knowing your. I think about it all the time. It's like even like when I played sports in high school, you know, we you know what did you ever wrestle?
I did not.
There's something called mat tape, and it's about 4 inches wide, and it's used to hold 2 mats together.
Yeah, jiu-jitsu, we do it. Yeah, I get. Yeah.
So mat tape. We had a guy who wouldn't mop the mats at sectional, so we jumped him and taped him shoulders to ankles with a whole roll of mat tape in his jeans and sweatshirt and threw him in the shower.
That's how the military was.
You can't do that today. You'd go to jail.
I was late. I was brand new. First, I walked in to the company. I had no idea without airborne wings on, an airborne unit. And you might as well just fucking kill Jesus in front of everybody or burn the flag. And then I did something. I was like 2 seconds late. They taped me to a telephone pole with my boxers and a t-shirt on in the middle of the street of the entire base where people were driving by, dumped 5-gallon water buckets over me for about 10 minutes and then left me there for about 2 hours.
Were you ever late again?
Not one single time in the next 3 years was I was there 25 minutes early for the rest of my life. And that worked. It worked very well. So, people, but it worked. And that's where I lose the cops and I lose the job is dead, back to circle all the way back. You can't even tell somebody, shut the fuck up. You can't tell somebody your report sucks. You need to go fix it. And I'm seeing that from supervisors now that are being scolded for correcting subordinates. And it's like, what? Like they're not doing their job. And you got to be careful about what you say to them. Right? I know you can't fly off the handle and motherfuck C word, all that. But to say, hey, this is, well, I know.
God rest his soul. Commander Lenny Revelle. I'm brand fucking new. And I'll never forget it. My FTO at the time, who later became police chief, he looks and he goes, hey, Commander Revelle, can we get Dominick one of the newer radios? Because I had an old brick. And he goes, no. And Wayne goes, can I ask why? And in front of a whole fucking squad room, it was day shift going into afternoon. So roll call transition. He goes, because I don't have a goddamn extra $1,000, Wayne. That's why. And I'm like, you couldn't do that now. You can't do that now. It's like
pop Jimmy in for a second. Jimmy, what's going on?
Hey man, dude, we got a lot going on. I was on the phone with some of my sources.
Here. Don't spill it here.
Yeah, so you
got a lot going on with something overseas, correct?
Yeah, it's Iran, dude.
Okay. So make sure you guys.
Is that what we're being distracted from?
Yeah, that's the next one. So make sure you guys.
Dom's totally right.
You're going to talk about it tonight?
I'm talking about it as soon as I get off of here. I was on the phone with one of my sources, and I was like, "Oh shit, I'm missing the podcast."
You're good. You're good. So I'll just pump it real quick. You can get back to work and get your room set up. Make sure you guys tune in right after this ends at 8:00 on Counterculture, the Shadowcast Live. Jimmy's going to give you some Iran information.
Yeah, buddy.
Hey, and then tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. All right, Jimmy, take care, bud.
Hey, wait. Yep. Dominic.
Yeah.
My dad is a huge fan of yours. He wanted me to tell you.
Oh, man, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, he's like, I love that Dominic guy. So I'm like, all right, I'll let him know.
3 people on Earth, dude.
I'll disappoint him eventually, but fucking A, man. Thanks.
All right, tune in a little bit. We'll see Jimmy. Thanks, Jimmy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Jimmy's dad was.
The Iran thing is nothing new because I remember all the way back.
Something just happened. There was some boat. Somebody jumped on a boat. We shot a missile, or I know yesterday we shot down one of their drones.
Okay.
It's been going on for I watched Top Gun today. It's been going on. I watched Top Gun, the new one. It's been going on.
That was good.
Yeah.
Holy shit, was that good?
Well, Joanna had surgery, so she's home for 3 months. So we got nothing to do. We watch movies all day and fucking podcasts. So we watched Top Gun. That is a good one.
You gonna be watching like series or anything? Like any?
We're seriesed out. I mean, we watched. I watched Walking Dead. I watched.
Hey, I finally just watched the 2. Dead City and Book of Daryl Dixon.
Yeah, they're great. They're great. But she won't get back into it. She's like, she used it all up.
Same fucking thing. Here's a season. Here's a bad guy. How do we get out of this? It's like
Walking Dead. It was so good. It was so good. I even think for most series, the endings aren't great. I think they ended it really well. I think it played. And I got into Daryl Dixon. I watched, I think, the first season. I watched about half of Negan and
that character's amazing.
Oh, what a great character!
I knew when I was hooked to Walking Dead if a TV or film can get a visceral reaction out of me, I'm like hooked. But the Sophia in the barn end of season 2, that guy, I was like speechless. Fucking
mine was when he fucking the end of the season when he
clubbed
yeah.
I can't.
I'm like, and they ended the season on that, and then I had that luxury though. I didn't watch it originally. I watched it all at once, so I didn't have to wait for the fucking release of the next season. I watched it, and then he's in the Asian dude's in that movie I told you about the other day with Matt Damon and he's like, I can't see him as anything else.
That was hard. I felt
rough.
I needed a shower after watching.
Yeah, I was like, holy shit, because he almost died. Like remember the season earlier, almost died outside of that gas station under the dumpster, and you thought he was dead, and then. All right, Dominic, I appreciate it, man. We'll you are on Friday night, right?
Friday at 8 Eastern, 7 Central, 6 Mountain, and 5 Pacific.
And he'll let you call in and talk to him. He is not fucking scared of anybody. Dominic is not scared of anybody. We appreciate it, and we'll see you next week.